Watch the sport fall in line, slanging hell like they retarded. She so bad, she blow your mind. She got average on your kind. She might turn up in New York, but she be focused on her grind. And they told you something different, yeah, Mark.
AKA, stop, throw that pinky up. Pinky green, stop, throw that pinky up. Throw that mirror up. Throw that pinky up. Throw that pinky up. AKA, stop, throw that pinky up. Pinky green, stop, throw that pinky up. Throw that mirror up. Throw that pinky up. Throw that pinky up. Flip it back to a mirror. Get it up, swing that hell. Pinky green is what they wear. Catch them all of y'all stepping, throwing pinkies in the air. Step by step, that's her team. AKA, that's her dream. And she love to step in heel. And she love to step in heel. And she love to swing her hair. And she love to swing her hair. And she love to throw her mirror up because she know she bad. Turn around and flip it to her best friend because she bad. AKA, stop, throw that pinky up. Pinky green, stop, throw that pinky up. Throw that mirror up. Throw that pinky up. Throw that pinky up. AKA, stop, throw that pinky up. Pinky green, stop, throw that pinky up. Throw that mirror up. Throw that pinky up. Throw that pinky up.
I'm an AKA, Africana out. I'm an AKA, Africana out. Put it in,
Oh, face. Put it in my face.
I'm an AKA, so you know I go hard. Ain't nobody do it like my stars on the yard. Got a bunch of line sisters, so you know they riding with me. Like I own a trillion, how could you ever miss me? Ain't no chick like an AKA chick, cause an AKA chick go fast. Right, that pink, that green, got me looking so clean. I'm official, yeah, you heard what I said. I'm an AKA, Africana out. I'm an AKA, Africana out. Put it in,
908. Put it in my face.
I'm an AKA.
Oh,
Looking in my mirror, yeah, I love what I see. I think that's free. One night, all the mothers came out. I don't know about you, but I put on for my child. I posted on my picture with my pinky in the air. I posted on the wall, looking like a straight square. Pink, that green, got me feeling so fly. I believe in if you ever ask me why, I'ma tell you I'm an AKA. Africana out, I'm an AKA. Africana out, put it in. 1908. Africana out, put it in their face. I'm an AKA. Africana out, put it in. Put it in. Africana out, put it in their face. Let me stick it, stroll on the girl to the strut. Girl to the strut. I'm an AKA, Africana out. I'm an AKA, Africana out. Put it in, put it in, Africana out.
Put it in my face. Oh, 8. Y'all, we about to get into this commentary. Y'all trying to come for my sorrow. We're not having it, okay? Hey, Trinity. Y'all thought y'all was gonna come for Karri. No, you're not. You're not. You're not. You're not. You're not. Sisterhood is real. Y'all gonna back up off my sorrow, okay? Come on, Swerve! suggest don't set it off. I suggest don't set it off. Set it off. Set it off. Hey! Set it off on the right. Don't set it off. Come on. Set it off. All right, what we got going on? Let me get these photos right. Hey, DJ. Set it off. I suggest don't set it off. I suggest don't set it off. Set it off. Come on. Set it off. Set it off. Set it off. On the left, on the right, on the left, I suggest while we're left. On the left, on the right, on the left, I suggest while we're left. Set it off, I suggest don't set it off. I suggest don't set it off. Set it off. Come on, set it off. Set it off on the left, don't set it off on the right, don't set it off. Let's set it off. Right time. Hey. A little thinking. This fire's burning. I'm gonna get up to the whole straw for you. Give me about a week. Hey. Come on, you got me. Hey. Out on the dance floor. Let's fall out to play. We'll share our secrets. Love talk is spreading. One more time, then we'll get into the commentary, y'all. Love is fun. Give us this day to show our gratitude, to change our attitude. Come on, we're many. With all that we feel, the time is ideal. To set it off, I suggest don't set it off. I suggest don't set it off. Come on, let's set it off. Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the right, y'all. Set it off. Come on, let's set it off. Let's set it off. Woo! Set it off. Can y'all feel it coming in? Set it off. Woo! Baby. It was getting warm. It was getting warm. It was getting hot in here. I mean, let me get my fan. I tell you what, because I'm not about to be up. Let me just go ahead and do the whole thing. Let me get the whole fan and everything. Let me get my fan. Y'all, I'm just shout out to Miss DJ. I'm just trying to figure out. Yes, y'all know how y'all know we don't do nothing simple. Okay, you think I'm finna sit on here? Let me sit on a good speed. Like I'm finna sit here hot. So, here we are. Here we are. Oops. Let me get that back how it was. Okay, I'm gonna get these together. Yeah, here we are. What is going on? I got in. I look, J15 on the way. Okay. Yes. They just I'm trying to run him out of a job. Listen, I had to hit y'all with that real quick, okay? Because y'all know this is the real deal, Holyfield. Why are y'all coming for this lady like that? Why are y'all coming for Dr. Karri Turner Bryant like this? Are y'all okay? I really don't think you are. We want to know. I should have brought the host. I'm going to get the host stand. Hold on.
baby, I got a whole setup. We do this for real. We professionals, okay? We do this for real. Fans, lights. You're not gonna catch me not prepared. Not when it comes to the pink and the green. Now, I don't know what y'all think y'all know or what you heard about the current story. I really wasn't gonna really get on it like that, y'all. But I had to say something. Like I can't not say anything, because I understand. I get it. So, trending topic. Who on the news? The sisterhood, baby. Let me tell y'all something. You're not gonna break us down. I don't know what your end game is. I don't know what your motives are, but I'm telling you, just as sure as I'm sitting here with this dang on fan blowing in my face, I'm telling you, you're not gonna break us down. Okay, so just stop it. That's for everybody. That's for everybody. I see. I got it. I lost my little pen. Okay, so what's going on, guys? Where are the men? Where are the men? I lost my pen. And them two rhyme. I got another one. Where there's one, there's two. Where there's two, there's four. Where there's four, there's eight. We don't run out over here. What's going on? What's the problem? Why do I see a bunch of men who not qualified to be speaking on another man's wife? All up in the comments on Instagram, running rampant, running amok on YouTube, Twitter. Why y'all got my sorrow picture out here like she did something wrong? I just want to know. Let me know. Shame on some of the women. First of all, I don't know what church some of you all go to. This is why I can't be messing with some of the church people. You go too far. You go too far, and y'all try to hold people to standards that God not even holding people to them standards. Like y'all really be holding, particularly women, to standards that God not even doing all that. I just want to know who up and made y'all judge, jury, executioner, and told you to be the fashion police of another man's wife. Because last I checked, Dr. Karri married Pastor Jamal. She didn't marry you. She don't know you. She's not interested in you all. As we get into a little bit of her background, it looks like nobody else has been qualified to marry this beautiful lady. Beautiful. Stunning. Okay. Let me turn my dang on Bluetooth off before we end up having all type of stuff coming through here. I'm glad you enjoyed the intro. Okay. I did too. So what is I really want to know what's the problem, because what we're hearing, a shame on the women, right? And that's a temporary thumbnail. I just used that because we're working on another one, but for right now, so you can see the dress, and you also see her husband. That's somebody else's wife. You're not him, man. You don't get to dictate talking about not my wife. She's not your wife. It looked like you wouldn't be able to pull her on your best day. This woman is my age. This is a sister, a sorority sister, by the way. Because y'all love putting us up on the news. Like, okay, run it then. You want to make us that? We'll run it. We got time. and numbers and all type of theatrics, so we can set it off. But it looks like, to me, Pastor Jamal Bryant married a beautiful, educated, made woman last year. He married her last year. So this whole pastor wife story that y'all want to run, she only been married to the man a year. Don't try to put her into that old maid category. See, that's the problem. Y'all want to box people into you put yourselves in those boxes. Didn't nobody tell y'all to get into a box so tight? Now you can't move. You can't wear yoga pants. You can't, wear your hair too bright, too blonde. You can't wear your makeup a certain way. You all did that to yourself. Didn't nobody tell you to do that? And don't try to go to the scripture for me, because I already know the scripture about how a woman should be dressed modest and all that. Yeah. They're not at, they wasn't at church. So the last NAACP function that I do pay yearly membership to, it's part of what comes with the territory. I pay my little NAACP. I pay my dues to the NAACP. I won't be getting it. They haven't sent me an invitation to come. I guess I don't make the tier for getting an invitation. But we pay our dues, and I pay my yearly NAACP money, and these functions go, and the kids get their scholarships and all that razzle dazzle. Okay, now I didn't see anywhere in paying my NAACP yearly dues does it say, by the way, you may have the right to judge everybody and what they wear, although this is a social function. Y'all do know fundraisers and social functions. That's one of the few times some of these people, particularly housewives, particularly women who don't do 9 to 5, particularly women who are just upkept women. Y'all do know this is their time to step out and shine, right? You do know you not only do you dress to impress, but when you step out with your husband and you are on his arm, yes, you are his trophy. Yes, you are his gem. Yes, you are his diamond. Yes, he wants you stunting on him. He wants you stunting. And it looked like, being that this is Pastor Jamal's second wife, like Karri, okay? And for the people who don't know what she looked like, let me pull her up for you real quick. I'm gonna pull her up. So let's see. Okay. Oh. Looks fine to me. Let me download this. And I'm going to put it over to y'all, I almost kicked myself out the string here. I'm going to add her here. Okay, let's put her over here receiving this award. That everybody want to talk about the award show, but he had a point. Ain't nobody talking about what happened there. Y'all are so focused and obsessed with her dress, okay? So let's pull this up. Bam. Now, I look at this picture. It's giving everything it needs to give. Y'all got to zoom in and see what's going on behind who looking. If you really can tell with this dress, you guys, the back, her derriere is definitely covered. There's a flap there. This is not a nude dress. It's flesh toned. Most of us got that. Why would somebody just walk out naked like that? She's not a hip hop rapper or a trapper, okay? So, yeah, it's already given. Okay, well, clearly, I came to stun on him. I didn't know that she couldn't stunt. It looked to me, and
If her husband says, I bought that, I want her in there. I'm about to stun on all these men. I won. Okay? No, disrespect to his previous wife, Gazelle from Real Housewives of Patona, also Outstory Incorporated. They couldn't make it work. So now he's with this one. That's just how it goes sometimes. No one's complaining except for the other people. So here go Dr. Karri. Yes, doctor. She got a doctor in ministry. Okay, so doctor. Here go Dr. Karri Bryant. She came out that night, y'all. She said, I'm not doing way in the water dress code. This is a social event. It's a black tie event. And tonight I'm coming out with my husband and we gonna do a Beyonce and Jay-Z. That's what it's giving. Okay? If that man wants to stunt with his wife, I'm just trying to figure out who is everybody else. And I'm gonna get let me download a couple more. Okay, so you can see for yourself. And with her husband, like I really like he looking better. He looking a bit better here. Let me go over here and add him on him. Let me add the husband. Because he's looking, I ain't never seen Pastor looking that good. So let's see what he looking like. Bam. What's the problem? What is the problem there? I'm not seeing it. What's the problem? Husband, wife, do y'all not see this man's face? Do y'all not see this man's face that said, yeah, I won? Do you not see the man's face saying, yeah, you wish you could? Because that's what I see. I don't know what y'all saw, but the man said for this night and this night only, I'm about to pull, we going to be Beyonce and Jay-Z on the run. That's what I should have played. Bam. We finna come stun on them, baby. The man said, the pastor, Jamel said, he purchased his dress for his wife. He put her in that dress. He loved it. He wanted to take her out and stunt on y'all. Those weren't his exact words, but in so many words, he said, I won. Okay? The man said, I'm 55. I found me a wife, late 40s. This woman is out. She my age. Me and her the same age. And we are doing this in the spirit of pink and green because clearly, Pastor Jamel like the girls in the pink and green. I heard, they special. This is second wife. It's hard enough to get one AKA for a wife. He got two. Giselle ain't a bad looking woman over there, Real Housewives of Patona. Do we need to pull up Giselle? Do y'all know what his first wife looked like? But congratulations. So they're married now a year. She's serving. Okay? She is giving what she needs to give. She's accepting these awards. Now, let me give y'all, if y'all didn't know how, they've been married for a year, right? So let's see how they got married. Now I'm about to show y'all, okay? Let me show you who this man married, because you all seem to think y'all about the whole you think you're gonna press down on a woman who walked in the room, got the ring, walked down the aisle, in the pink and green. Oh, that rhyme, baby. She walked in, got the ring, walked down the aisle in the pink and green. You can't make this up. Let's see what she wore. Let's see how they got married, y'all. Let me just see. Let's see if we can get a wedding photo. Okay. We're going to get a wedding photo. I got so many images, so I got to take them out as I come along. So let's really quick, because this ain't going to take me long. We're going to go over their wedding picture, okay? Really quick. Oh! Wait, what? Come on now. Girl, you so raw. So raw. She got all us sitting here. We all finna get remarried. Walking down the aisle in pink jumpsuits. Pink Gucci jumpsuits. And our husband's gonna be in a green green Gucci suit. This is when he who finds a wife finds a good thing, and isn't that the verse? Do I need to go pull up the scripture? He who finds a wife finds a good thing, baby. Pastor Mouse said, he who finds an AKA finds a good thing. This man has married, he in his wedding tuxedo in green. So clearly, he knew what he was getting into. Look, they have my support. I don't see anything wrong here. It's perfect. I think this is like the most beautiful picture I've ever seen. Like, can I do this? I would like to do this. Okay, we don't your white dresses. Some of those, they're boring to some of us. I mean, I get it. It's traditional and blase. But this woman, y'all, she's like 47. She's my age. She has no children. She wasn't trying to wear that white gown. She just said, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be in my pink. And I'd like you to match me in the green. I don't see anything wrong. Okay. I don't know what people are complaining about. I'm just giving you a little close up. Now I want y'all to really look at her wedding dress, and then we're going to get back into some of these nasty comments people are saying. I mean, like, how dare them? How dare they? I want to get you guys to see a full spread of her dress, which I'm going to be honest is quite beautiful. She got me rethinking my life. Okay, I need to make some changes. This is how I'm gonna be on my next wedding, y'all. Okay, come on now, Dr. Karri. Soror, girl, look at that train. Maybe she is married in a pants, sequins, beaded, diamond, bedazzled jumpsuit with a long pink fluffy train, kind of like these gloves I got on. Except, designer, of course. And her husband standing there in that Gucci green tux. Shoo. What we gonna call this? When he marries into the sisterhood, I don't know. I don't know what to say, because I'm for it. I think it's great. Y'all all need to get like Pastor Jamel. Why y'all can't get like him? Okay, stop talking about the sisterhood. Why don't you marry into the sisterhood like him? Because it looks like he's winning. It looks to me like he's winning, and y'all are hating. Okay, it really looks like the man is winning. I don't know what you heard, but it's given he's winning. Okay. So here we are back with this dress. That face on that man, that's a happy man right there. With a dress that he picked out for his beautiful wife, who, by the way, okay, let's hold on a second. Let me try to get this right. Who, by the way, has made it this far in life, got all her credentials, got her degrees, joined the sisterhood, been a sisterhood for dang near 30 years, not hit 50 yet, late 40s with a figure like this, no children. She says she's a bonus mom. Did you hear me? She's a bonus mom to his already children that he's had with Sarah Giselle, I'm sorry. So what's the problem? This is not a church function. She is at a social light event held by the NAACP. In this event, hold on a second. Let me tell y'all something. Okay. We're gonna fix these though, y'all. This event that is held by the NAACP every year in effort to raise money for our people includes, amongst all the socialites in the African American community, the higher ups. You got the Black Boule, you got the National Black Caucus, you got the Pan Hellenic Council, meaning all the Divine Niners are there. You got all the Black mega churches that are there. This is not service. This is a socialite event that is made for the upper echelon Blacks, baby. This our time to shine, okay? The other people got all their stuff going on, and y'all, their wives don't get judged like y'all do us, okay? They got wives that can't pull this off. That's a beautiful figure from a beautiful woman who has carried herself eloquently. And you all have judged her. You women, shame on you. Y'all call that woman a Jezebel. Where? Because it looked like she's been doing a really decent job of keeping her legs closed, meaning that she hadn't produced 5, 6, 7, 8 children. Yeah, I said it. And she's not a serial baby mama. Okay, so what do y'all want? You talk about serial baby mamas, and then here we go. Karri said, here I am, no kids, first time being married, first husband. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Oh, her dress was too sexy for a pastor wife. Okay, well, his money bought it. He picked it out. He liked it. He wanted his wife to stunt. He wanted his wife to flex. He said, nah, come Sunday, you can put back on the turtleneck and the long cover up your ankles. But for tonight, you're going to be my Beyonce. And I'm going to be your Jay-Z. And we going to be on the run. That's what he said. And I, for one, am loving it. Because some of y'all just a little bit too uptight and judgmental. Somebody had to break open can we live for a night with our spouses? Can we just stunt? It's like, let them live. Come home, take it off, get back into your normal routine, your normal gear, whatever that may be the next day. But for one night and one night only, I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna shine on them. It's a wonderful feeling. Everybody else do it. It's not like the lady will be walking around in booty shorts on Tuesday afternoon. Her Instagram is clean. I can't even find any. Matter of fact, let me go to her. I can't even find her in any clothing that have been like above the knee. And I looked at her Instagram. I mean, the judgment on her is superficial. It's unwarranted. Okay, no one is speaking about her character. No one is saying, well, this is a woman who didn't have children, waited to marry. She's in her first marriage. She should be living her best life. She look. I don't know how many years Dr. Karri got to keep pulling off what she's pulling off. I don't know. She my age, so with no kids, I probably have a waist like that. I don't have that waist. It would take a little bit to suck that in, and maybe I need to suck some out. I can get them hips and legs, but we got to work on that. No children. You go into your first marriage with somebody who loves you that much that he said, I will marry you in your colors. Okay. What's the problem? There is no problem. The problem is there are a bunch of hateful people, okay, with envy and jealousy. Unfortunately, the men, you don't get to comment on another man's wife. Mind your business. Mind what your wife is doing. He got his together. Okay, who are you to check another man's wife? You don't have that type of authority. That's what's wrong with y'all. You're out of your league to think you can check somebody else's wife. Even biblically, the husband will discipline and check. And I don't want to use the word discipline, but he will check his own wife. And being that he checked that dress out at the register with his debit card, I think he checked her quite well. So what's the problem? Women, I don't know who told you that represent Jezebel, because that's not. Jezebel was a very, very horror spirit, and that what Jezebel did in the Bible, all her fornication and idolatry with demons and all these kings and all the people that lay with her, that was a totally different. That's not even. How dare you? How dare you even use those two? Her in a spirit of a demon, okay, in the same sentence. That didn't make any sense whatsoever. Nothing about this woman's character has showed that she does Jezebel activity. I have not seen no demons coming up saying we fornicating with her. Where? God handled Jezebel quite well. He left her dead out there in the street with nothing but her hands and feet. The vultures ate up Jezebel, nothing but hands and feet left. So I'm just trying to figure out what y'all doing with that. Like, that was pretty hurtful. But being that Karri knew what she stood on, being that Dr. Karri understood the assignment, being that Sarah Karri said, oh no, not today. I didn't procreate, I waited, and I'm still not going to procreate. I think I'm good. Now I'm just going to ride on out into the sunset without no kids. That's what she said. She said she's good. She said she's good. Okay? She's going to ride her the rest of her beauty out as a wife, a first lady, a bonus mother to Pastor Jamal's children. She is going to flex her flex and stunt her stunts. The husband loves it. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out where was it given permission for other men to jump out and judge another man's wife? You are out of order. You're out of order. Is it because yours can't pull that off? afford, you know, a $10,000-$15,000 gown for one evening, plus the suit to match? Are you upset that if you had his net worth of $20 million, you'd do something different? Well, guess what? You don't have it. So you need to stay basic. Stay basic and do basic people things. Okay? Stay basic and do basic people things. Leave the mega millionaires alone. They're in their own lane, doing their own thing, and their wives are on a different type of time. I wish I would go to a socialite event and not come out to make sure I'm in my. She's still a newlywed. Y'all understand? Hold on a second. I mean, just look at them. Look at them. I see no problem. Are y'all understanding? These are newlyweds. Okay. Do you know what newlyweds do? It's new. I don't know. Let's break it down. New and wed. New and wed. Okay. New and wed. Okay. It's new. They are doing a new thing. Everything brand new to them. They have only been married like 13 months. They got married in 2024. This is the time they're in the newlywed season for as long as they got it. Baby, run up all the designer gowns until your back give out. Karri. Sorry, if you catch this video, honey, we're not listening to them. We are with you, sister. Okay, wear out all the $10,000-$20,000 gowns until your back and your spine say you don't want to do it anymore. Wear your heels, honey, until your feet say you can't go another step. You can't do another twirl because we saw you over there on Instagram. Saw twirling. Let me, I'm gonna have to pull that up and let you all, get a little 1-2. Okay. Let me see. Oh Lord, some of you all on here. If you got blocked, you just got blocked. Don't read too much into it. I just don't like you. Okay. Don't read too much into why BG blocked you on Instagram. It's nothing to it. I just don't like you. I never did. I don't know why you follow. The chances of me following you is because you followed me first. I don't follow people first on Instagram. Yeah. You followed me first and I was being kind and followed you back, but don't get it twisted. I didn't care for your character and nothing about us had a common denominator. So let me give you guys and shout out before I do this for Dr. Sora, Karri, Turner, Bryant for the ushering in the chapter of Gamma Gamma at Morris Brown's College. They are back on the yard, and this was just a month ago, and it looks like she did a wonderful job. Okay, so we're gonna go to Instagram and let's just see. We're gonna watch my Sora, okay, do her thing because I just thought it was really pretty great. It was a good thing. Well, heck, now I can't find. What happened to the dang on? Ain't that something, y'all? I know they have not removed that video. I just watched. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, I was scrolling past it. There she go, y'all. over her message.
Now once this party started quickly, right? Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off. 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 Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the right, y'all. Set it off. Come on, let's set it off. Y'all want this party started quickly, right? Set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off. Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off, I suggest, y'all. Set it off, set it off. Come on, set it off, set it off.
I think this is really good. Let's be
On the left,
y'all. Let's see what she
on
has to
the
say.
right, on the left, I suggest forward left.
Okay. My heart is full and filled with so much joy. My beloved Gamma Gamma chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated at the legendary Morris Brown College is back on the yard. Okay. Yes. I served as Bacillus during my time. Bacillus is president for, those of you who wouldn't know that, and was honored to hold hands with my sisters, leading our newest little sisters into a new world sisterhood and service. I was blessed to be the guest speaker at the worship service yesterday in a world, listen carefully, catch this, catch it, in a world that continues to try to disenfranchise Black women. I'm grateful to be a part of an organization that continues to empower and inspire us. Did she just say in a world that continues to try to disenfranchise Black women? So here we have her right here ushering in Gamma Gamma chapter last month, November, okay, back on the yard, okay. So, I mean, I'm missing it. Shout out to Jada. Yeah, could care less. This woman's entire career and her portfolio, she's a made woman. She was a made woman. He chose her. He knew exactly what he was marrying, who she was, the beauty that's in her. It is unfortunate that there are women that are so hateful, and you don't understand this type of love exists. Well, it clearly does. Nope, no one wants to. You call her all type of horrible, unwarranted names, but she didn't even. She decided to not have children. So what? How does that make her? I'm not going to use the word. I'm not going to refer to any of my sisters in a type of derogatory language. But as it was put in the comment section, how is that Jezebel? How is that Jezebel woman who was made it to mid to late 40s, didn't procreate, waited to marry to the right one? Clearly, she chose the right husband who said, "Let's go out like this and have a good time, baby." I picked this dress for you. We gonna stunt. I'm gonna be Jay-Z. You're gonna be Beyonce for tonight. And I want you to have a great time and flourish in your beauty and your feminine divinity. I didn't know that was a problem. He bought it. I don't need to recite his whole speech about all the money that was raised at the event because really they don't got anything to do with it. Bottom line, his wife, that's his trophy. He found a good thing. Looks perfect in my eyes. Heck, he was so happy to marry her. Like I told you, she said, he said, baby, what color we doing the weddings? Dr. Karri said, we're going to do it like this. Okay. I mean, somebody had to break out the box. And there have been other people too, but honestly, when you get to this age, our age, some things is just given. I don't want to do that. No, seriously, if I remarry, I'm not doing the whole way. I don't even like those dresses. I have a different style that I like. That says me, and I think the man would he would understand. You chose me to be your wife. We're gonna ride out the rest of this to the Lord come back. Then we're gonna do it happy our way. When do we start persecuting? Oh, I forgot. That's what y'all do out here, right? The internet. So you persecute the woman who is wearing what her husband picked out and purchased for her to wear. She in alignment. You think you're gonna hit her with the well, it's your pastor's wife, the words, that scripture about how women are to conduct themselves and be modest. When Paul was talking to that church, I'm not gonna go into preaching to y'all because that's not what I do. There were things going on. And this wasn't church service, it was the NAACP, it's a socialite event. Number two, it's a lot of stuff that's in there that it says women are to wear and do, and I don't see a lot of people doing that. See, don't get me to calling y'all out. Those same women trying to quote that verse about a woman should be in modest apparel, to represent the church. It also says we shouldn't wear no pearls, no diamonds, don't put no braids in your hair. Why y'all not quoting that scripture? Ooh. Oh, did you not know that was in there? You're not quoting that where it says that don't wear any jewelry. Put away your shiny gems. Don't wear braids in your hair or broidery. Okay, well, they were talking to a church over there that identified certain women's hair with certain acts of harlotry. That was for that church. I really don't think y'all, this word that you all claim to know so well, I don't think you know it at all. Because if anybody was to try to follow every little thing it pointed out for the women to do, well, we couldn't do nothing but sit at home with we be having our face covered up still. Isn't there some scripture in the New Testament talking about a woman should cover her face up? Like, come on now. There are just some things that you're going to have to get the history in the context and find out who was being given certain instructions. And those were to Gentiles and what was going on for them to even say that. Because I definitely asked, what you mean they're going to wear no braids in their hair? That hit us black people a certain type of way. Well, you had to understand in that verse which women at that church in that province what a braided hair meant and why it was asked don't do that. So it's just certain things that I'm like, oh wow. So a woman in a revealing dress, automatic, she Jezebel. Don't wear nothing see through or sheer. Okay, y'all, the pastor he won. He got a good one. I'm trying to think. Do I know any single women my age with no children, first marriage? I'm thinking. No, I don't. Well, no, I don't. Not. They might be single, but they're not married. I don't know anyone. She like that's rare. Okay, she didn't settle. So are there a bunch of women? Are y'all upset that this woman decided she wasn't going to settle and she was going to wait until she found what it was going to work for her? Maybe she really prayed for him. Like nobody is taking into consideration somebody who would accept me and let me be have my glam, and he liked it too. I mean, her pictures are completely on her Instagram. They're acceptable. There's nothing wrong with them. I'm pretty sure she'd have others. Look how the world at. Look how they treat. I mean, we see it here on YouTube. Godly woman exposed and all type of extra stuff. Expose. What are you exposing? Okay. Do y'all think that? I mean, I'm sure her feelings might have felt a type of way only for a moment. Then she remembered who she was. I'm pretty sure the way y'all tried to tear her up for a minute, after a day or two after, she might have felt away, and then she remembered who she was. It don't take long. Right. That's her choice. She don't gotta have children, and I support that. I support any woman that says I'm good. I'm just not for me. Motherhood is not for me. I support it. Since when do you have to have kids? Okay, she didn't want. She's not interested. I support that. I do. Hey, Raptor, I support it fully. So, um, anyone that, like I said, you got a problem with that, you have a problem with yourself. She's not the problem. I can assure you, there are millions of women want to get to that age. They want that age, y'all. They want to get to that age, pull out something like that, just for the femininity of it, for the glam of it, for the fun of it, for the okay, I got it. Like I'm snatched right now. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to hold this on, but let me go ahead and enjoy it. I'm pretty sure the Most High didn't write her out the book of life for that dress. I'm pretty sure Father God did not take the book of life and go blot out Dr. Karri name over a dress. I'm pretty sure she did not lose her salvation because she felt like getting her sexy on with her husband by her side. I don't know what God y'all praying to, but if you ever get to get your sexy on and have a moment, yeah, it should be like this. I got my sexy on and I'm right here with my husband. Hey, you can't get it on no better than that. I don't know what you've been told and I don't know what you've heard. That is a decent way. Okay. So, again, it's her choice in her wedding gown. People are complaining about that. The women, they did something different. That's pretty bold and brave to break the bar and say, look, I don't want that. I'm happy to marry you, and him to say, I don't want to wear that either, babe. What you want to do? Look like she got some style. Okay, he looking better. I don't think he's ever looked this good. That man, he said, okay, this my second marriage, but this your first one, and you want to do it the way you want, then let's rock it like that. Who said you can't get married in a pants jumpsuit? Who wrote those rules? Because I've never seen those before. The patriarch wedding that y'all set up and that whole thing with the white dress and the lot of all that's not biblical. I don't know what you all are wanting or what you're expecting. Is it just another excuse to come and try to tear somebody down who is happy. Okay? She's happy. It's just that simple. Yes. So, okay, so we don't have to speculate. Okay? I had it pulled up, and I'll do that again for you. I mean, I'll pull it up and I'll read it to you because this is where it gets to be. Well, okay, this is where it gets to be. Well, modest. Who? Where does that define? And it's just for like it can get tricky. So let's read all of it. I know y'all gonna try to use the pants too, but first of all, some of these people, I'm like, you're not the Hebrews, and it was not even given to you. Some of this stuff that applied to the Gentiles didn't even apply to them. So I'm not going to even try to go into all of it because I don't even think some folks are qualified. So we're going to First Timothy, right? Two. So we're going to First Timothy chapter 2. Y'all, I messed up my whole thing. I'm trying to get it back together. So it's whatever. So, okay, First Timothy chapter 2, 9 through 10. And then we got First Peter. Okay, hold on. And this is where, okay, here we go again. You know what? We're gonna do this. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I don't like doing it like this. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Because I want to answer Zilla. Hang on, Zilla. Hang on with me, my guy. Zilla, stay there right. Stay right there, Zilla. Since you asked, it's a little tricky with these gloves, y'all. All right. Go. Let's turn to First Timothy then, since we want to go, because then we're gonna see some other stuff, and then you're gonna be like, oh, hold on a minute. Let's go there. Bear with me because I got these gloves on. Y'all, I almost forgot where I was going. Hold on. I got so many pages in here. Okay. I might have to take a glove off. So we'll be going First Timothy 2. All right. So yeah, I went and got the pages. I don't want the let me get my old trusty. I'm gonna have to pull a glove off, y'all. I can't even turn the pages. Okay, so let me get this out. Y'all see they run when you go put a book out. Okay, the people's runs. Okay. All right. I know I got it underlined everywhere because I had to get here. Now pay attention. We're gonna do it all. Okay, Zilla. Let's do the whole thing. That's what Rob Zilla want to ask. Okay, no problem. In like manner, also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel. So you said somebody in public, but that ain't what that say. In like manner also that women adorn themselves in modest apparel with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array, but which becometh women professing godliness with good words. Okay. And then it starts to go on to other stuff. Now see, if you read that, it's funny how y'all want to get that part, but I don't see nobody in here taking off all their gold, their pearls, and any costly garments. I see many women sitting up in a whole. See, now I feel a type of way because I see many women sitting up in service with thousands of dollar handbags, include myself. But it says in what Second Timothy that they want to quote that to her. But are y'all wearing costly apparel, or did y'all? Are everybody going to church in faded glory clothing line? So no, it doesn't say being modest in public. It's telling women how they can just be shamefaced, meaning no makeup, sobriety. I get that. No broided hair. That's braid. That's another word for no braids in your hair. Really. No gold, no pearls, nothing that costs anything more than $2. Okay, it didn't say $2, but it says no costly apparel. Well, dang. What? Okay, that pretty much cancels a lot of stuff, doesn't it? You see where I'm going with this? So before anybody want to go quoting that verse, take it all off. We can all just show up with what they used to call it, a basket, a potato sack. We can all just show up from here on out in potato sacks. Take off the gold, take all the braids out your hair. Don't wear a pearl, no pearls, no gold. Y'all see where I'm going with this? Right. What this was supposed to be, this verse, because of course y'all know I asked a pretty like, what you trying? What you mean I can't wear gold? I'm confused. Well, what it goes on to say is, let her woman be known for her good works and not how she looks. Don't get so caught up in your appearance and how much your clothes wear, how much your purse costs. Then that's how you are identified by people versus you don't have any good works to show. You just walking around all fancy, dancy, and expensive without any good works for the Lord. All right. So, yeah. And then of course, if you kept on there, then I didn't hear nobody telling her why does she have a ministry? Because if you keep reading, it says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Oh, y'all wasn't ready for that. Oh, so let the woman learn in silence with all subjection, but suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. How many women ministries? How many women are preaching? Okay. No one is doing that. They're just not. That's just not happening. I see, and if you in here, hey, I don't know why I can't see your comment, but based on this, no, everybody would just be walking around in a sheet. Your wives, so what are the men supposed to wear? So you all, you're judgmental, and y'all, this was written, and it's just like, okay, so what's the man? It got some stuff in here for y'all too about how the man should love his wife. like Christ loves the church, and how you shouldn't be a striker, meaning putting your hands on her, and all type of other extra stuff, and how you should talk to her. Okay, and well, we see how that's working out. So unless everybody gonna take off everything they own, burn all their clothing that costs over $10, nobody wear no jewelry, take the gold off, the diamonds and the pearl. I guess when you get married, just tie a string around your finger and start living like that. Everybody in error. Okay, you can't. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. So if she didn't have on modest, what you call modest, but it also says be subject to her husband, but he bought the dress. You see what's happening here? I don't either, Rob Zilla. Now we on the same page there. I don't either. I don't follow any. I'm with you there. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm simply stating before people start bringing all that out, the women that were judging her so harshly, I don't see them doing any. I don't see them taking off rings, taking off earrings, taking out I don't see anybody doing and putting it all in the middle of the road and burnt, setting it to fire and saying no, we're not going to wear anything over $10. I don't see anybody giving up their Brahmins bag, their Birkin bags, their Louis Vuittons, and the wallets and saying no. It says no costly apparel, any purse over $10. We ain't gonna wear it in here. Did y'all see that? Because I haven't seen anybody do that. So for women, before y'all go want to judge about a woman who you see as being unmodest, out with her own husband that he bought with his own dime, walking by his side, let me see you do all these things and then come back and have a conversation. Because until you can do that, then it looks like, what does it say about before you go and try to judge the spot in your brother or sister eye, you need to go back and pull out the mote in your own eye. Now you see why we shouldn't judge, because how it can turn right back around on us. Because I don't plan on taking off this 24 karat gold. I sleep in it, and I can assure you, my name ain't getting scratched out of heaven. Oh, we seen Beachy over there with the 24 karat gold on, and it looked like she got a bunch of pearls. Let's scratch her out of the book of life. There go your salvation. That ain't happening. You think I haven't talked? Well, I don't think if Jada get her braids real nice and pretty for the summertime, she got to worry about going to hell. You might want to find out why that's even in there in the first place. Who talking about braided hair? Now, weave and lace front. Now Rob, you just trying to upset the people. Let's see. Y'all, Rob started. I wasn't going to open the book for y'all. Rob came up in here and he wanted to remind us how modest we should be, but I don't think he's taking off his jewelry either. First Peter 3-4, about a woman's beauty should come from her inner self, a gentle and quiet spirit rather than outward adornment such as hairstyles, gold jewelry, or fine clothes. It's the same thing. Rob, I don't know, did it say nothing about no weave or lace fronts? I'll look though. I tell you what, let me read it exactly like it says. It's in First Peter. So go to First Peter 3 and let's see what it say. Well, that ain't even giving the same. Same thing, plaiting the hair. Don't be all out here fancy, plaiting the hair, meaning extra ornaments in your hair, jazzing it up. Real basic, right? Oh no, I get it. Wearing of gold or putting on of apparel. They don't say anything about no weave. But it does say the holy women also who trusted in God adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands. Yeah. So being in subjection unto your own husband, if he bought the dress, paid for the dress with his card, help you pick it out, watched you try it on in the store, said, "Baby, I really like that. I want you to wear this tonight." Well, then she just gonna be obedient and wear it. Because if she said, "I don't want to wear this, I don't like it," then she'd be disobedient to her husband. Which way do y'all want it? Which way do y'all want it? You can't have it both ways. She was obedient to her husband. Y'all still not under the. So he said it's modest. If her husband said, this is modest and I'm paying for it," then she was in subject to her own husband. I just want to point that out. Now, like I said, unless everybody else want to start taking off all jewelry, gold, clothing over $10, put away your handbags, your wallets, your Tom Ford suits, all your expensive cologne, all that, then come talk to me. Because you won't be doing that. Not in these churches today. No one's doing that. There might be a few. They just don't like that stuff anyway. That's it. Y'all already know Proverbs 31. Strength and dignity. I mean, dang. Discretion. We know what discretion is. It's just kind of like, I just find it a bit hypocritical to be doing all that when a whole bunch of people talk that mess, but they leave in the award show fornicating. Okay. They leaving these same event. They on Instagram judging her outfit and laying up with a unmarried, fornicate, and she not judging them. I'm not judging them. Most of us just do you. That's your body. I've never heard her come out here and do any of that. Like speak on like judging you all. She don't move like that. So, who is he? Who can do everything? The lady had a wonderful night out, and y'all had to come and ruin it with your judgmental selves. Okay, the dress really was. It was bomb diggity, and she was able to pull it off. Her husband purchased it. She's in subjection to her husband. Whether you thought it was not modest enough to be the first, it doesn't matter because you're not the first man of the church. You're not the pastor, so your opinion really doesn't matter. But like I said, do all those things and then, that I just read, and then come back and talk to me about it. You show me where you don't fornicate, you don't defile your beds, you don't do those fleshly things. I'll wait. You don't get drunk. Oh, you don't smoke. You don't even look at pornography. You don't scroll the gram looking at women hitting the like button. What did it say? A man, if you even look at a woman with lust in your eye, you already committed adultery. You ain't even gotta touch her. Is any of you man able to a woman, a nice woman go by and you had in your head and I can't look, I don't want to look, I don't want to. No, you look. Even if you look away, you still looked. So bam, now you're guilty. And you wonder why we needed a Messiah. Can't nobody make it based on that. Somebody had to be the intermediate. But you go ahead with your judgmental selves and find out what's going to happen. Because the same measure that you judge will be measured back to you. I just want you to remember that. Okay? Because I get it all the time. I'm judged every day. Well, Riyadh says he lowers his gaze. That's great. But we don't know that for sure. And I'm glad if you do, that's what you're supposed to do. But I don't know. We don't know that, Riaz. You over there in Pakistan. We don't know what's going on. Rob is lying. Y'all cap. Rob up here capping. He don't look with no disgust and look away. No, you don't. You see a beautiful woman, you think, oh, that's a pretty woman. She's not. Y'all judge us all the time and don't realize while you're looking and listening at us, you up there just sinning and 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 sinning. Okay, like how dare you? How dare you? Oh, UK. Okay, I'm sorry. He's in the UK. I can make a correction. Riaz is in the UK, not Pakistan. Okay. Hey, Misha, I need to see you in here. Hey, girl. So look, y'all can try it. Y'all can try to, do all that. Adilla was already quoting it wrong, talking about in public. It didn't say that. That's not what it said about public. It's in general, modest apparel. And if you notice, she's pretty much consistent with her apparel. Okay, she had a great night out. She flexed with her husband. She stunted on him real quick. Okay. She came out and said, I'm a stunt. She came out and pulled a Beyonce and Jay-Z on the run with her husband as a newlywed. Like I said, I'm pretty sure her name not getting scratched out of the book of life. I'm pretty sure her hope and faith ain't a night out with a risky, sexy dress. If that's all it takes to lose your place in the kingdom, then I something wrong. Nobody gonna make it. No one's going to make it. I believe her character and decisions and not bringing children into this world that she knew that she didn't, choose to bring. First husband. She's not even a divorced woman. So first time married. Late 40s and you pull that off? Shoot. That's a hard thing to do. That's very hard. I'm pretty sure she's had many offers. Let's be realistic. She's a very attractive woman. I'm pretty sure she's had many suitors that would have liked to wife her up, okay? And she passed on them, along with procreating. So what's the problem? These type of judgmental attitudes, y'all, are not going to cut it. Yeah. This is, once again, people trying to put people up onto a cross, to a standard that even God not holding people to. God is not sitting up there documenting every outfit you wear and putting check marks by your name. That's not how that works. That's not how salvation works. I don't know who told you that. And you know what? That won't be her first. That hadn't been her first night, and probably not her last night out wearing something great and fun with her husband. It ain't even like y'all saw the lady out at the club with her friends turn up. Her husband. She's in subject with her husband. You can't. If you're gonna do it, you can't do it no better than that. You just can't. If you're gonna have a night to stunt and just say I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. You want to feel yourself? Go ahead. We on it. But it's with your husband, and he also purchased it. How much better can you know a better way? I don't know any better ways. Oh, okay. Well, if you think you about it like that, hang on, because he really think he about it like that. By all means. By all means. You got something to preach. We like the people want to hear what you got to say, because I can assure you, make sure you come on and have your Bible. Like, who are you? So no, I'm not lucky. I didn't not drop the link. There it is. I just want to see where you're gonna. Where are you? Because I don't think you are the Jesus or the Christ. I don't think you are any of those people. You're not the Messiah. You're not John the Baptist. You're not Isaiah. You're not any other. I don't even those people. Okay, like come on. So I'm not really trying to hit. Like, what do you think that you possibly could say and add to change the dynamics of that? I'll be waiting.
Okay. No, my point is, though, you're right, though, actually. That's what I was actually just saying. I was just expressing it differently. You're right, though. That's just between her and God, and that's what I was just leaving it with, to be honest. Because I've got nothing, though, man.
Okay. Yeah, it really is. It's always between them and God. I just we live in a world where a bunch of people think their outside opinions are going to dictate or change anything. I'm pretty sure it was uncomfortable for a moment, for a day or two, for her and her like that. Then they had to remember. Hold on a second. I listened to them. He said, "You gluttonous. We don't even talk. We don't come for you. How dare you? You just got to stop."
Yeah.
Like no one is above. Oh, Rob, he actually came up here. Who you got to show something on, Rob? You don't have an avatar or anything. Hang on, I'm gonna let him up, but I don't see nothing. You don't have a what you call it, so he gotta hold on a second, and I'm gonna let him come do his thing. But oops, hang on. You are more than welcome. Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, can you hear me? I don't know why
Yes,
I normally have an avatar up here.
it's
I don't know
okay.
why. Yeah, I had to download something. We get so first. First, let me say
Well,
this:
wait, sorry.
I
My bad, bad.
was I was half-assed trolling you, right?
I know.
But in all seriousness, so are you defending this or what? Because when I quoted, I didn't quote the Bible scripture, but when I brought up the Bible scripture, you pretty much read what she shouldn't have been doing in public. You can dress as sexy and provocative as you want in your house with your husband, but showing cleavage and all that other stuff where men would lust after you like that in a sexual way, that is that is what that scripture is talking about. You dress modest in public. That's why I said in public, because I was trying to keep it to what you were
Well,
saying.
The
You
Bible
dress
didn't.
modest like
The
that.
Bible didn't say in public. You added that in there. I read
But
exactly.
The Bible, I understand what you read, but the
And
Bible
subject it
and
right after
says
that.
a
It
lot
said
of
the
things.
woman to be subject to her husband. So if he put her in there, that's what she got. She got a well. He put her in that.
Right. So you can't defend her actions because of his actions. His actions, if he told her to wear that, he's in the wrong. Right? It goes to a higher level of what we're talking about as far as her dress and how she's dressed and all that good shit, right? And I don't mean to cuss. It's just happening.
Yeah, yeah.
But but so he's in the wrong. So then we have to basically talk about him as being a leader and a husband, not just a leader to his wife, but a leader to a congregation, right? So that what he allowing his wife to wear or instructing her to wear just because he paid for it, that's cool, whatever. But that's sending a message to the rest of the congregation saying, hey, what she doing is cool. But what he can't preach nothing, he can't preach against nothing that what these women are doing because he's letting his wife do it.
And
But
what
the
about and
scripture
so
is
so
clearly there, correct?
yes, it is there, I'm not disagreeing with you on that part. So, but what about the rest of it? So, are is he going to come in and everybody, like I said, is going to start taking off? It said also costly apparel, costly array, costly items.
Right.
So
So
in that same verse, is everybody about to start taking off those watches? Every man in there with their 10K and up. Why is everybody willing to do that? Because that's in that same verse.
right. Hey, you tell me. Are you willing to give up the lace fronts and the?
I don't have. That wasn't in there. No, don't try to put this back on the women, Rob. You're not gonna do that, Rob Zilla. It said costly apparel. That's talking about all man and woman, even in First Peter. Are you gonna give up your watch, your Tom Ford?
I don't. I don't wear. I don't wear watches.
You don't have anything expensive or designer. Everything you wear is faded glory from Walmart. That's what you're saying. You only wear.
So the only thing.
Oh my God, y'all! Hold on a minute. You're not gonna come up here and lie and play with us like this, Robert. You just stop shopping and wearing only Walmart $10 and under clothes.
Hold on. The only designer or the only expensive apparel that I wear, and if you want to call shoes apparel, is Nike.
Okay.
So
so you have a nice Nike collection, or you just don't want to?
Sure. If you want to say that,
okay.
I ain't gonna. But I'm not a collector of shoes like that. The most.
It didn't say anything about being a collector. It said costly apparel. So are you going to give up your costly $200 and plus up dollar Nikes? Go put them out there in the middle of the street and set them afire and say I forsake anything expensive. I'm gonna get me a $10 pair of spikies. So a $10 pair of spikies. Spikies out of Walmart and give up your Nikes. Are you gonna do that, Rob Zilla?
I don't have. They probably were $200, but back in the day, and I'm pretty sure they over 5 years old, that I probably wore maybe 10 times. But they was basketball. I'm an athlete or former athlete, if you want to call me that. But yeah, because I took pride in my feet.
Okay, so that's your thing that you like are in your foot game. Are you willing to give that up?
Yeah, I ain't an athlete like that no more. So yeah.
But you still wear Nikes that are costly apparel.
I say that again. I still bought those Nikes, or I'm still in those.
Are you still wear them though, right?
No.
So what type of shoes do you wear?
I still wear Nike. I bought them a long time ago.
So you haven't bought so you haven't had to buy another pair in 5 years.
Not those $200 shoes. Nope.
Okay. Well,
see, come on, Bleachy. Come on now. You talking with one of the best. Y'all, when it comes to that book and even the preachers, I shut them down, because when it comes to that book and the knowledge of that book and the understanding of that book, and I hate to call it that book, but you can't just be spitting out some and then not really understand what you're saying. I'm not trying to. I
understand. I understand that also well.
You trying to defend it, and then you're gonna try to put it back on the men. I'm defending the subjection to your husband. No,
okay?
You can't defend. You can't.
Now, hold on. Because I need to ask you something first. Are you a married man?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you never bought your wife, but she doesn't own any diamonds or gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it just say over here in the Holy Bible that for women to rid themselves of gold and fancy jewelry. Oh, okay. So, I get it. Also, with that same verse with modesty, including jewelry, and it specifically said gold. But you just said your wife wears gold. You see where I'm going? Do you have any children or daughters?
Yep.
Do they ever had their hair braided?
Yep, I got one in the hairdresser.
Because that same verse in 2 Timothy, he said the woman, for her not to have her hair braided.
Please.
We're gonna stick
to the topic.
No, no, because see, I knew this was gonna happen. You don't get to pick out Oh well, my wife, she wouldn't be in no dress like that.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I
But she
didn't
got
say that.
jewelry. But
I didn't say
y'all
that.
got
I
you
didn't
got
say that.
Nikes. You
When
wearing
you flipped it
gold.
on me, I only got one thing of gold, and that's a wedding ring. That's the only
Look,
thing of gold I got. I don't wear watches. I don't
but you
wear
said your
jewelry.
wife had some jewelry. Then you bought her
Yeah,
some gold. You said they wear their
yeah.
hair braided sometimes. What about that?
Only when and so look, check this out.
Okay.
Only when we're going on vacation.
Well, it didn't say anything in the Bible about braids are only accepted when you go on vacation. It says that. So you see what I'm letting you see here. I need you to catch it. It didn't
This
say,
nigga here. I know
unless
you.
you're going on vacation. It says
Let
in
me.
Timothy and in Peter,
So you condoning all
no
of
braid
this?
hair.
I'm asking you. You condoning all of this?
I have already gone to God and said, okay, and gotten answers because this is who
From
can
who?
what. I go to the throne. I don't. Man can't. It's not going to dictate to me this stuff. It says boldly go to the throne of
Of
grace.
grace. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're talking to a real one here. I'm the real
And
deal.
you went boldly, and then you still came down. You still came back from that and condoning it.
I
Cause you
came
still
back.
got that paint on your face, on them
Right.
lips.
You're right.
I need you to go and go to the
Well, I
bathroom
don't
right
have any
now.
paint on my face, but
What's on them lips?
pink lip
Them.
gloss. He did not tell me come out here with big ashy lips. That is not lip. I don't.
Is
My
it any
name.
color to it? Is it any
He
color
didn't
added?
listen. I'm gonna be the
Go
lips are
go
gonna be
go
lip
get that
glossing.
go get
See,
that
that's why I
wet
don't
wipe
judge.
and,
See,
and wipe it off right now.
if you lost
Wipe it
your
on
memory
off.
last time,
While you
if I had if my husband told me something like that, because I knew no men who have told their wives no makeup. They can't even wear. They can barely wear. They can't even wear chapstick. They got to put just Vaseline out the jar on their lips. I know women like that. And,
What's that
and,
in
and
your ear? What's that in your ears?
those are
Don't you
pearls.
need to take that on now? Didn't you say take the
Because
pearls
I
off?
can't. See, I can't do that. I already talked to him. I like my pearls. I like my 24 karat. I'm not taking that off either. And guess what?
Oh my god!
My name is not getting great. I didn't lose my salvation.
But you condoning it though, so it's still a
I'm just
sin.
stating that
Oh my god!
that man's wife, she was in
Uh-huh.
subject to him.
No, she wasn't.
Section. He bought it.
He
He
was he
wanted.
was in subjection to her. She said, "This is what I'm gonna wear," and
That's not what he said. Well, it was he? You weren't there, and she did not say that. He said, "I liked it. I want her to wear it, and I bought it with my money. I picked it out." That's what he said. Do
so
you
now you
you
need
not
to.
supposed to play the video with him saying that?
Now I don't want to see that false prophet ass nigga, man.
Okay, then. But and I understand you there. I'm with you on there. But he did that. He bought it.
If you with me on there, you should be going and open up that book and start. She shouldn't be wearing that because it says right here in Second Timothy and reading her rights. You supposed to be with.
And every woman reading that too can telling her rights can pass up the expensive handbags that's sitting right there in those pews that cost 1,200, 1,500 up into the tens of thousands of dollars. They can
I
put
agree.
those up there with the dress. So when people start doing that, then we can come back and take and really work through that. When they start taking out these pearls, taking out this gold, taking out those diamond rings, taking out all the costly apparel, taking out their designer suits, even the
Preach.
dresses that are from the head
Preach.
to the toe.
Uh-huh.
When they start doing that, then come back and try to check somebody. Like I said before, you want to go look at the speck in your brother's eye, come and take the large out your own eye. When people start doing that, then I'll listen. But until then, no, I'm not listening to them.
Say, man, you need to just go and put your hands on your side. You don't be doing all that waving your hands and what.
I'm just saying, when I see the women in these churches,
Are you in those
mega
churches?
churches,
Are you in those?
I don't go there. Absolutely not. I won't be
Mm.
in there. You won't catch me in there on a good day or a bad day. I refuse. Okay. When I see
Mm-hmm.
those women who are competing week after week with hats that cost more than some people got dang on car payments, I know the type.
Mm-hmm.
They give all that up and go back to wearing a goddamn sackcloth and covering out that they can actually put it off. Okay, then they can talk. But until they do that, they don't have no place to talk. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They have no room to talk. Girl, give up them handbags. You coming up here with them these Louis bags and you trying to talk. They're guilty also. Everybody guilty. It looks to me like everybody guilty. Somebody gonna fall into it. Now, I'm not Amish, and then you got a few real take vows of poverty, but that's something even different there. I mean, I'm just going to show this is why we have grace. We need grace, and you know it. You know this is why we have grace.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you're a perfect creature,
I'm
although
not a
this
preacher. I'm
I
not a
said
preacher.
creature,
Oh
creature.
yeah, yeah.
You are
Uh-huh.
you're perfect in every
I
way, and you have
I
no sin that you carry.
I know
Then
I
you
ain't
don't need
perfect,
the
but I'm
Messiah. You don't need the Bible.
99.9%.
Jesus said, Christ said He came to help the sick, not those that are well. So you're perfect, and you don't need the Messiah. You're giving Pharisee energy right now. You're giving Sadducee and Pharisee energy.
God damn, not the
Because last I checked,
Pharisees.
yeah, you know why? Because Moses brought in the law, but Jesus Christ brought in
Uh-huh.
grace and truth. And if you want to be under the law of grace, you gotta understand you give some grace too. So you want to try to be one of the people that think you can follow the law bit by bit, all thousand tedious little ones, you'll fall short. Which is why grace was brought in. So I'm just trying to figure out these judgmental attitudes like you have.
Oh, I didn't never. I
Where
if I, if,
in
if
here will
I
you ever you know that you are in here too, and there's something that you are not able to do, and for you to don't say you don't got to tell it. We don't. I don't even want to know. I don't want to hear it. But you cannot do all those things.
all what
Nobody
things?
can.
All what things though? What do you?
All the
I've been
all the
judged. I
things that
have.
are required for the church. And by the way, what Peter suggested, what Timothy also, and I want to say these too. When they were giving these setting up the churches, a lot of this something you got to know which people they were talking to. But listen, you just told me your women wear braids, so you give it's just say no braided hair. So are you going to leave? And I'm glad you got that white circle off and got your R on now. You're going to start tell your family nobody else braid their hair because I forgot in Second Timothy also in Peter, First Peter 3 that women aren't to do that. Now I wonder what about y'all hair? It didn't really say or you're gonna. How do you wear your hair? I don't know, Robzilla, but do you tell your fellow men how about your brothers out here in this world that their hair should only be a certain length? It shouldn't be
So,
long.
so
Long
where do it
dreads that are out here. Do you tell them that? Because you know
where
that's
do
in
it
there too about men growing their hair long.
say that again? That's where?
In the
Where's
in
that
the
at?
Holy Bible about how men should wear their hair.
Where do it say that? Where is that at? Do you know where that's at? So I can
So
look it up.
I got to go pull the scripture up about how
So
men
let me. Okay.
the
So
length of men's hair.
now that you say that.
Because you wanted to bring
So
in lace
wait,
front,
wait, wait, wait,
weave,
wait,
everything on
wait.
women, but you can be checked too.
First of all, Rob Zilla can't be checked because I do
What
the
type of hair
checking.
do you have?
My hair is short. I have I got the 360 wave, baby. You know what I'm saying? But but look, check this out. So when do you do you know technically that John the Baptist was the first Rastafarian? He was
Where
the
are you
first
going with
Rasta.
this?
We talking about the long hair. Did you know in the Bible Samson was a Rasta too?
Yes, I would clearly know about Samson. Don't
Did you?
insult me, okay?
So, how can I insult you? I'm insulting you about John the Baptist.
I know.
So,
Um,
so, so Where does it say that in the Bible? Just going to do a quick Google search.
No, I want to use my pages. I want to turn to the
Oh my God! Do you got the pages available? Hey, that little head right there. Yeah.
hang on, let me I got
Then
this.
take them gloves. Yeah, yeah. Thank
You know,
you.
I need the aesthetics, okay? I need the glove. It's for the aesthetics, okay? You know. Oh wow, my gold is showing now. I was trying to
Yeah,
cover.
and them nails. Don't forget
I
them
need the
nails
pink
too.
and green to be pinking and greening, so I needed the
Don't
aesthetics,
don't forget
okay?
them. Don't forget them nails too. Get that paint off them nails. Word is fine. Yeah. See. Oh. Now that you want to be looking like that, don't forget them eyelashes either. Oh, I didn't even notice those until you want to look down on your nose at me.
You know, it's all you keep that. I want you to keep that same humor, that same energy.
I told y'all. I
Oh,
posted on my wall last week. 2026. I'm gonna be trolling y'all boys hard. It's gonna. I'm taking it to another level with this trolling.
all right. Well, you do that.
Wait a minute. Is that a? That is a
So,
clipboard back there.
about men and hair, if you all would like to turn to First Corinthians
First Corinthians.
11:14.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get my. Oh, are you reading out the King James
I
version?
am the authorized King James version.
Oh
Okay.
man, it's the authorized First Corinthians. Uh
Yes.
huh.
eleven
Yeah.
fourteen.
11:14. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. 11:14, and it says what?
You want me to read it? Does not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
enter. Oh, sorry.
I want to make sure we on
If a man have long hair, it's shameful.
it's shame unto him. It's not
Yeah.
shameful. It said it's a shame. It is a shame unto him. That
I
was a
went.
question. That was a question. All right. Now keep reading.
I did. I know the
Yeah.
rest. I know that part. Cause for a woman's hair is her glory. It should go something like that. Let me see the exact words. But if a woman have long hair, it is a
Mhm.
glory to her. For her hair is even given her for a covering. I'm pretty sure you understood what that covering is, and that your wife ain't doing it when somebody walks up. Back then, when a man and their wife would be together, man and woman, if another man walks up, she would have to take her hair and put it over her head and cover it so that another man couldn't see her face. Those for the Jews. I know you ain't doing that. Y'all not doing that. No one's
No,
doing
no.
that.
So now read the
But
next
now
verse.
that's why a woman was to have long hair. If a man
Now,
he wasn't supposed to have long hair, it was shameful.
now,
You
now
ain't
read
have to,
read the
that was like a
now read the next verse. And
which
what did it
one?
say? The 16th verse.
Now, and this gonna go into the same thing, okay? This pay attention. If any man seem to be contentious, we have no such custom, neither the churches of God. They're talking to the Gentiles. So again, the hair,
Mm-hmm.
that's how it was with Jews. That this stuff that they're saying, okay, nah, if you do that, it ain't no big deal. Okay, I mean, we ain't finna just have why your wife not covering her face up. Also, like I said, no one's name's getting written out the book of life because you got some gold on. The modesty thing is understood because no one, you know, you can wear women. I have pictures. I have things. You know, we don't live in those times, but I have limits. I have limitations. I get it. There are things where I'm like, whoa, okay, I can't do that. It don't feel
So
right when
so
I put it
so
on.
just that one of woe, you didn't feel right about that?
I said me
I'm
personally,
I
but
just
if
asked
I
you.
had a husband, if or if my husband said, I want you to wear this, and I'm to be subject unto him, And according to this very same word, it didn't even give the woman the right to say, no, I will not, because she has to be subject to her husband. Then I would be putting it on, wouldn't I? If he told me to wear that, but he's not doing that to me. He's not
So
subjecting
o-
me to wear what he tells me to wear, so then I don't got to do that. But if he
okay,
did, I would.
I get you. I get you when you say that now, but you got to understand the and I wasn't trying to go all biblical and stuff with you, but I wasn't expecting you to read the verse about the modesty thing, right?
Of course,
But
you
when
weren't expecting it. But if we're going to go
no,
there
no,
about
I'm
if we're
just
going to go there about the jewelry, the costly apparel,
okay.
the hair, the braid, because I knew that you were going to find in there when I said, "What about your dog? Do they?" I knew that you were going to have to say there was no way that you were going to say no. I don't have any of that. We don't have nothing expensive. We don't have we don't drive expensive cars. We don't wear expensive clothes. We don't wear nothing gold in this house. Not a pearl, not a diamond, not a braid in our hair. I knew you weren't going to be able to match all of those, because that's anybody that can match all of that. Well, I'm gonna be looking at what wonder what else they doing wrong, because anyone I've ever noticed and met, and this is true, that tried to get that, like, went out their way to meet every little criteria to the point where they like, girl, you won't even wear no jewelry, like have trying to have women convicted. I remember that feeling when I had took out my daughter's earrings in her ear because somebody made me believe that I was sentencing her to hell by having her ears pierced, until I learned better. And God said, no, they are taking that too far. That is Pharisee all day. I knew better. I also know I have a daughter who I don't got to tell her take that off. That's too short. She don't want to wear nothing like that anyway in the first place. She don't feel comfortable. So some of this stuff is just natural, you know. I just want to know what it is that you want the people to know before you leave here. Because ain't nobody other than even the nuns and over there in the Catholicism,
Oh,
from the neck down to the ankle, they not even doing it no more. Like, it's just
they
some things that are just
what
like,
what you mean they ain't doing that no more? I don't pay attention to. I don't be going to these Catholic churches and stuff like that. But
okay, well, if you didn't get the memo, the nuns have changed their attire. Yes. The traditional nothing seen here to the they're not doing that anymore.
uh-huh.
They not even wearing
Really?
head pieces anymore. They got hairstyles in Mercedes.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
you got
Hmm.
women coming in to be priests now.
Oh, yeah. See,
So I would
mm.
much more, I would, anything in you or anybody who really want to walk in this faith to claim it, I would be less concerned about this
Oh my God.
and be more look at you and be more concerned with, okay, well, she with her husband, oh God, or be more concerned about what's going on with the people who have completely said, I'm with my husband and the side chick out and like doing just abominable things. There are things that are far greater abominable nobody talks about, but God, wear a sexy dress, hell done broke open. The hypocrisy of it all. That's all I'm here to say is the hypocrisy and ridiculousness of it. It shouldn't have even went trending. It should have been like, oh, okay, well, do you, boo? He let her wear that, or he bought that for her. That's why me as a woman would look at any other woman that's with her husband doing her thing, wearing her clothing that he purchased. I'm gonna say, oh, okay, that ain't got nothing to do with me, and that's how I feel. And the women I know feel the same way. We don't act like that. I don't understand men that say, "Not my wife." Yeah, but your wife got braids. Your wife got jewelry. But then we could all take it. Let's all take off every costly. Like I said, let's all of us. We're gonna all take it all off. Put it in the center of like how they burnt all the stuff in the Bible. Burnt all the Bible. Remember that they burnt all the Wiccan books and all the sorcery stuff and all that to prove their loyalty to the Christian faith. Everybody take all their pearls, their diamonds, their gold, their costly apparel, the purses. Wallets are expensive too. I don't know what type of wallet you use, but the last time I purchased somebody a wallet, it cost me a little penny.
If you go to my wall, my channel wall, You see what kind of wallet I got.
I just really, I think you are capping. There's no way everything you are wearing is $10 and under. You can't shop at the five and below store and make it in life. I don't believe you.
Why not? Why
Okay,
not?
so Robzilla is trolling you guys.
Hold on, hold on, no, 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 no. Hold tight. 1 second, right there. Hold on.
He want to show us. He want us to believe that he is in obedient to every single
I just need
thing.
you to come in. Just come in here for a second, please.
Are you trying to call him back up?
Verification, voice verification. Yeah, I need to voice verify something. Now, just say hi to the people. So just say hey hi. Just say hey hi. So they can so I can make sure they can hear you.
Hey there.
Can you hear her?
Hi. Is that
She
Mrs.
can't hear you. I got headphones on. She can't hear you.
Okay.
But you can hear her, right?
Yes.
A little bit. Okay. So do I buy designer clothes?
No, not really. No, basically no.
Right. I shop on a budget, right? Or as far as you know, I don't buy.
Ask her if your clothes was $10 and under. So don't try. You don't have to wear designer for stuff to be expensive. Still.
Yeah, but like I said, I ain't gonna say I buy at Walmart. I go to Ross. I dress for less. I'm just saying. Coles, yeah. But it ain't nothing with no. Like I said, Nike is the only thing like that'll show.
And you said your wife wears no gold, diamond, or pearls ever. She doesn't wear any jewelry.
Hold on. Let me see. If it cuts you off, I'll plug back in. Hold on. Can you hear me?
You said your wife owns some jewelry.
Now tell her she has.
Yeah.
See? And that's beautiful. I'm glad you got her some jewelry, because if you was going by this and didn't have your wife not no jewelry, that would be a disappointed in you. And I don't think God would. He would have probably say, Zilla, I didn't mean it to y'all taking it too far. I was giving an example of let the God in you be seen by your works, as it continued to say, let your works be what you glorify for, not your appearance. That's what that's kind of really going into. So he didn't for men to just not let their wives wear no jewelry, because there's some people going to use that. You know, they do that. The word said no costly apparel, no pearls, no diamonds, no gold, and those women sitting around their entire life not understanding. What does that have to do with the Christ in there? Nothing. Somebody took that as an excuse to be cheap and not adorn their wife. Okay. Meanwhile, they
show the
Go
picture.
ahead.
Show her the picture. I don't know if you see. I'm pretty sure you probably seen this picture. Show the picture.
I don't know, but you hold on. Yeah. So even modest, you guys, and I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna come back to this, but we kind of can get what modest means. I know when something's not modest. I don't. I'm never one of those people.
So was that dress modest?
No, it wasn't modest. But is your children's hair gonna have braids in them? Are y'all still gonna have braided hair? Because in that same verse, it talked about braided hair. So that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so what her dress was modest, and are you going to get rid of all your wife's jewelry and tell them they can never wear no braids in their hair ever again, based on that verse?
Now, my children are grown. Okay, we're gonna get that established. So what they do outside of this house.
See,
right?
Okay. So, Robzilla, listen, I don't know why you won't just admit and say, you know what? We focus so much on the modest dress because the shame there to hold on women. No one ever really looks at the rest of it that they ask women to do.
Okay, look now,
and how it is really nitpicking and it's to the point of, well, dang. What's going on here? And you really have to appreciate grace.
So let me
Cause
before
you
we
really
even.
getting you those braids hit you some type of way. Them
No,
braids hit you
no,
in spirit
no,
because you
no,
probably
no.
thought I didn't even
Look,
know that was in there. You
so
probably didn't know it said that.
no,
My guess
I knew it
is you
said
didn't.
all of that.
You didn't.
So
Yeah, but you skip past it because you think, oh, okay, I ain't gonna. I'm gonna skip past it. Just kind of like when I be reading those
uh,
verses on divorce and adultery, and people skip past it, and
yeah,
then
oh, oh,
it's right
wait,
there.
wait, wait. Well, so okay. Before we
I'm just
talk
making
about
a
the
point
divorce
how you
part,
skip past don't
no,
for
no,
women not to
no.
wear their hair
I
braided, but
was,
you want to use
I was
modesty.
sticking, I was keeping to the topic of the of what you of your subject topic was the
We on
dress.
topic, but you put it in
So
the
let
chat
me okay,
about modesty. I pulled
let
the
me
verse up,
in
and with that verse came all that other stuff. So had you not put that in there, I probably wouldn't
in
have been
closing of
telling
my
the
sermon.
people. What's up with those braids in your hair? What's up with those jewels on your wrist? What's up with that purse you got? I wouldn't have been mentioning any of that. You
In,
brought that into the conversation.
in closing of this sermon I just
Uh-huh.
preached to you, and that you just walked yourself right on into. So what that meant was for the braids and the pearls and the gold, what that was saying and about the modesty of it, it wasn't just the clothes, it was all of it being modest. You can wear those things, right? But don't be flashy with the gold like the rappers be doing. Don't be flashy with the gold.
That's not what it said. You're adding
That's what it
words in.
meant. That's what it meant. That's
It
what it
no
meant.
no hold on. Let me tell you. Not only is that not what it meant, it tells you in the next verse. It says the reason
Hmm?
for that was so that the people will recognize the God, the Christ in you by your works and not by your
Right,
appearance.
right.
So
But
basically,
isn't it
be known for your good works, be
right,
known for your servitude, be known for your community service, be known for your
right,
charity, be known for those things, not be known, oh, Sister Tia got that new Birkin girl. Okay, she
right,
stays slaying. That's what it's
right.
saying.
That
Okay,
and
but
that's what I just
so
said.
but I'm saying you got a lot of people that's quoting that and they don't have no good works because I know
Right,
plenty, and I'm like your girl, and I see women that want to act like they be modest all day long, 24/7. Couldn't tell you the last time they've done some charity. Can't tell you the last time they broke open a purse. Can't tell you the last time they went out. They dedicated servitude, and people they are known for service, but they'll be quick to try to judge somebody. Oh, girl, that's a short that top a little top, okay, and your braids are tight. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just giving. It's messy. It's judgmental, and nobody in this entire it really walking with God should be that like nitpicking. Because technically, my shirt I got on wouldn't be considered modest because my
right,
sleeves are sheer. My sleeves are sheer. It's see through. Where does it stop? Who decide like modesty? You know, there's a line that someone I can assure you thinks this top I have on is unacceptable. We can see your arm. Dang, girl. It's like that, and I got it covered to the neck. But
right.
like
That
what you tell me,
look.
what's
So
in your ears? See, you one of those. You a
stop,
Pharisee.
stop,
Going
stop.
on with your Pharisee self. You going over there with
You,
that
you knew I,
Sadducees. You's
you
a
knew I was
Pharisee.
trolling you.
Rob Zilla is a Pharisee, y'all.
I'm a Pharisee.
He's a
Hold on, man. You
Pharisee
so
and a
Christian.
Sadducee, and he is judging the people for every tiny thing. But he himself, like Christ said, can't uphold all of it his dang on self.
Oh my
No
goodness.
Pharisee
Do you is
self.
you gonna let me finish? Because you
Go
sitting there
ahead.
just going.
It's not.
I'm a
Women, it's
Pharisee.
a lot they could say about men. Like I said, from their hair, also to some other stuff. We can go there too. And I'm not trying to
So
do that to the people.
so look, so like I was trying to say before you went on your little rant right there. It when it says modesty, just do it. You don't have to be flashy about it. You don't have to be uh wearing the big jewelry like I was trying to say, like the rappers do, and get the big rings and have rings on all four and five fingers. You don't have to have the big hat that they wear in church with the and and the high heels. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to do all of that. That's what it's trying to tell you. Even for the men, don't you don't have to wear because don't it say give be kind? Basically, be kind. I'm paraphrasing. Be kind to your wife. Treat her well. Buy her a ring. I should not buy her a ring to show that that basically she's mine. That ain't that part of the marriage process to give rings unto each other.
No,
Correct.
that's something that was not the original process with the rings that marriage was. That's something that a man brought in and picked up. That was no ring. They would give an object of value. Didn't have anything with rings. You need to go search the history and when did marital
But,
rings
but
come in.
we're talking.
Let me get real quick, y'all, before Zilla get me any more deviated from the topic. Before you leave this chat, the biblical definition from the Greek word cosmios and ideos of modesty means a heart attitude of humility, self-control, and propriety that seeks to honor God rather than draw attention to oneself. That is a definition of modesty. Again, for the slow people in the back, the biblical word for modesty originates from the Greek word cosmios and ideos. It's defined as a heart attitude from your heart of humility, self-control, and propriety that seeks to honor God rather than draw attention to oneself. So you see, modesty over time, slut shaming and all that other extra stuff. Yeah, that you can draw attention to yourself without having on with the boobs popping out. You can still not be modest. You can be covered from the neck down to your ankle and still not be operating in a spirit of modesty. Yeah, that's what I wanted you to get. Sticking to the topic. I don't know why y'all people became so short-sighted and just thought modest just means apparel and it's too revealing. That's something that got watered down over time. But biblically, modesty came from the heart. They wouldn't wear stuff like that back then because no one made that type of clothing and it didn't exist. So even now, forget back then and how women dress. Fast forward, it ain't even about the cloth. It's about the heart. It is about the heart. Now, that doesn't give people a pass to come out just being harlotry and reckless and lustful. That's a different spirit there. That's a spirit of lust and trying to entice people in using sexual manipulation. That's a whole nother type of spirit. But modesty come from the heart, y'all. That's biblical. Okay? And it had the original word for it. But of course, everything gets watered down and then puts back on women. And I'm not gonna let you do that, Rob, because I'm gonna tell you right now, women, we get crucified for things that, what about y'all? Because this same thing in this same conversation, I was able to turn back on you. You tried to dance around it. No, you can say what you want. But
you talking about the braids
out in your own household, so nobody had this, and you failed. You're not winning. You're not gonna win this, and I'm doing everything right, and none of that has ever applied to me. You have failed too, which is why you better be glad there's grace, and you're gonna continue to fail. You'll win, but you'll fall short, particularly by judging. That's the quickest way to fall, to keep judging.
What?
No, you'll see. Yeah,
you're sitting there
the very judgment. Yes, it is. What were the warnings about us told to not judge? I know you know that.
You just said it a few minutes ago.
But do you know? No, it's not what I said. I could have just said anything. So no scriptures about warning of judgment. So you don't know a single verse. You such great man of God that's want to judge another woman in her apparel. Okay.
I never said
you cannot tell me a single place where we are warned about judging others.
Yeah, judge not.
It's actually a warning giving. What about that?
Yeah,
I
I
guess
know.
except you're not, I'm gonna have to do all the work here.
Yeah, because sure, I don't know it by heart, but when I hear it, I can interpret it and break it down to what it meant for what things mean in the Bible. Sure, I'm not a godly man. I'm not a preacher. I'm not a deacon. My daddy was a deacon,
Wait, when you
but
say you're not, what do you mean? I'm confused. You say you're not a godly man. What are you talking about? Are you a believer or not? What do you believe in? Because you're using the Holy Bible, which is a book
and I
that
would
God
use
used. So you're
it.
saying that
So
you don't believe in the Most High or God
yes,
or
yes,
Jesus
yes.
Christ?
I believe in Most High
When would
Jesus.
that? Why would
Yes.
that not make you? Then that would make you a man of God. So this word godly, y'all don't.
No. Well,
So
see
you're not a
now.
man of
Hold
God. Are
on.
you a man of God or not?
What is a man of God? Define that.
You believe I should
If
have to
I'm out
define.
here,
I'm moving on. Y'all, Rob is
no, no, no,
playing
no,
Pharisee game. I
no,
just ask, are
no,
you?
no.
What are you standing on? What do you
Be-
believe? Because if
I just told you what I believe, right?
you
But I'm
believe,
not out here Bible thumping and all that stuff.
but you just Bible thump when you judge this sister
I'm not.
right here.
No,
Your Bible
no,
thump. Yes, you did.
no.
You the one that came into the chat. Now I'm finna kick you
Right?
out. You came
No,
into this
no.
chat and put that scripture about what about the Bible saying dress modesty, but now you want to say you don't Bible thump and use it. Which one is it, Rob? You the one came into the chat.
Me,
Nobody had put anything about scripture and what does the Bible say. You brought that in there. I had not even mentioned the Bible. I hadn't brought it up. I simply was speaking on this woman's character, her accomplishments, her husband's love for her, them doing their thing, how it didn't affect me. Why is everybody so upset and judging it? You're the one that brought this in, but you want to back pedal and say, "Oh, I'm not about that Bible stuff," but you brought it in the
hold
chat.
on.
Okay,
Are
so
are you
now
through?
you see why I called. No. This is
Oh,
why I called you a Pharisee. This is because that's the same thing those Pharisees would do. They would judge people by the law that they themselves did not live by. Sir, you are the definition of a Pharisee. If I ever saw one, it's you. Matthew 7:1-5. Jesus says, "Judge not, that you may not be judged." I mean, I can go on and on. For
well,
in the
you
same
pause.
way that you judge others, you too will be judged. And with the same measure you use will be measured back to you. There's only one lawgiver and judge, the one who is able to save and destroy. But who are you to judge your neighbor? Who are you, Christ said, to judge your neighbor? Okay. Romans 2:1, you therefore have no excuse, you who pass judgment on someone else, for at whatever point you judge another, you are condemning yourself because you are guilty of the same things. Hear the word of God. Rob Zilla, you have been excused and you have been caught guilty. Okay, I did not come here to play today. Rob Zilla has been excused because he thought he was going to come up on the platform like he was high rolling, holier than thou. He thought he was going to outbeach the beach. You thought that you was going to come up here and use that modest scripture in the Bible and was gonna skate around braids in your hair, jewelry, clothing. You thought that you was gonna play with me. I don't know the word, but you were here to learn today. Everything I said and read, you just came up here and did and proved why Christ had to come in here and say again. You, therefore, have no excuse. You who pass judgment on someone else, for at whatever point you judge another, you are condemning yourself because you are guilty of the same things. That is Romans chapter 2, verse 1. Anybody else want to try it? Because if you do, you're gonna find out real quick that I'm 13 steps ahead of you. I'm so far ahead of you, I could take a nap, and you still not gonna catch up. Rob Zilla is a Pharisee. He used the verb. I'm up here celebrating a marriage and a couple, he comes in the chat trying to drop scripture that he didn't even know was quoting wrong about shouldn't you be modest and he didn't say nothing about that. And then didn't even know the proper biblical definition of modesty. I was waiting for one of y'all to try it. He happened to be, the one that did. Modesty is from the heart. Modesty wasn't even a word back then as a translated. I gave y'all the Greek word for modesty, the Hebrew word. It came from the heart. So no one's getting condemned because your clothes is too tight or revealing and your dress was a little bit, risque. You're not getting written out of the book of life because you showed up at the event with your husband like this. That's not how Christ works. And he said that in Romans. You condemn yourself when you judge other people. My God. So it sounded to me like every person to their own body. Govern thyself. Focus on what you're doing. Maybe that part about you looking at the speck in somebody else's eye. Meanwhile, you got a whole lodge in yours. Yeah, it hit a little hard when you read that way. Okay, it's easy to point over there and say, "Oh, look at her, what she wearing, look what she got on. Oh, that ain't godly. That But meanwhile, you got a whole porn addiction. You're fornicating. You're defiling yourself. You're using toys. You're doing all type of stuff. You're cursed. You watch other things. Your judgment that you put on others condemns yourself. That's why I don't judge nobody. Okay, I'm gonna do me and you do you. I could care less. If you ain't out here hurting people, hurting me, hurting children, I don't care what you do. Y'all gonna leave the body of Christ alone. You're going to learn to leave us alone. It is hypocrisy. It's hypocrisy. And it's what the Pharisees been doing from the beginning of time. Sorry, Rozilla, but you was a Pharisee. You couldn't even quote the very scripture that you're trying to judge the people on. It made you a Pharisee. You didn't even know the rest of it. You kind of got a little touch when I said, well, what about the jewelry? What about the hair? So is everybody doing that? I bet some people are scratching their braids like, wait, what? What you mean, broidered hair? Let's get over here to the men with hair. I believe back the law was past your ear, was considered shameful. I've seen many men walking around with long hair, dreads and undreads, braids and unbraided. Y'all not Samson. You can't do what he did. That's the old covenant. In the new covenant with salvation, you ain't supposed to be doing that. So I don't know what he was talking about, trying to bring up John the Baptist in the wilderness with his wild hair. You really didn't hit with that, Zilla. It didn't go nowhere. It didn't go anywhere. If you were going to try to give an example of what John the Baptist's hair looked like, I don't think you know. That's why a lot of us that we don't fall into that false picture of the Jesus that they tell y'all what he looked like, because we understand, well, his hair wouldn't have looked like that because he wouldn't have had it that long. It would have been shorter. Based on the Jewish law, his hair wouldn't look like that. We don't need somebody to convince us his race or color or anything. Based on Jewish law, Christ's hair wouldn't have been down here, hanging down like a woman's. It was considered shameful. That's what the word just said in Corinthians. So I don't see him with that hair. I don't see any hair when I picture Christ. I don't see hair at all. I know there's some bright woolly stuff talking about in Revelation. I see light. I don't see hair falling down, giving layers and waves and beach curls with a flip and a flat iron. I don't see that. Y'all fall for that image. I ain't never fell for it. Not today, not tomorrow. It's just not happening. You won't find it over in this house, okay? But I'm really glad to have had this conversation. I think you did. Hey, Candy, I think you did get touched about that. You know, because you couldn't I couldn't let you reply anymore because you were deviating and you were being hypocritical. You want to keep judging this woman on this goddamn on dress who subjected herself to her husband and what he purchased and how he wanted to stunt with her. And in that same verse, you are forgot that you being judged. You wanted to use modesty as a way to shame women, and I'm not gonna let you do that up here. That's why you got dropped. Because everything that you keep saying, you kind of y'all doing that issue do. Let's point the finger at the woman. Right. Okay. Who you're not gonna do? I was only gonna let you go so long. Don't take it personal, but y'all want us to carry the original sin. Y'all want us to carry y'all cross. Y'all want us to carry all the modesty. You up here trying to check me on my lipstick, which is lip gloss. Like I need to wipe that off my face. You, but we don't turn your camera on, sir. You don't got this type of confidence. The God in me said, no, put it, girl. And I'm not worried about your pink lip gloss. I am looking at your heart though. I know what's in your heart. He ain't worried about this gold on my wrist. That's the least of salvation's worry. I'm not gonna be blotted out the book of life because somebody caught me in a crop top and some yoga shorts. It doesn't work that way. And if you out here with a family and any of you all out here spreading that rhetoric, boy, y'all gonna get it the worst. I just read you what it said. The judgment that you judge the other people, you bring your own condemnation. You condemning yourself. And I'm glad he did it that way. Every time you judge somebody, you condemn yourself. Every time. Every time. And I'm glad it's like that because that's what you deserve. How dare you come up here? I don't do anything wrong. I'm in accordance with the really though. So I can't find anything. I'm pretty sure nobody is above. I got it all together. I'm doing everything expected of me in this whole. No, you're not. No one can. He said, who can? Didn't God say? Jesus said, no one is righteous. God said, no one is righteous. We are made righteous through him. So you can stop breaking your neck, rubbing neck and looking at what the person next to you doing. That's y'all problem. Y'all always looking around instead of looking up. You're always looking around at what the other person doing instead of looking up to find out what you're supposed to be doing. Take that and put on a t-shirt. That's for everybody. It's not a cute troll. Thank you. Yes, it was. It was pretty, Candy. It was pretty and subjugated under her husband who purchased it, which followed right into the very word they're trying to condemn this woman about. Want to use the word, want to try to say that women should be dressed in modest and don't even understand the definition of modest in the biblical term back then, what modest meant. Because women didn't even have clothing like that. They didn't even have clothes. They only had one type of style. So modesty was something that came from here. And also your attitude of not being so look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. You could be covered up candy cane from here to the toe and still be unmodest. But Pharisees like Rob Zilla and the manosphere men don't understand that. You can be covered up in everything and be unmodest. He tried to read what it say about weave and lace fronts. That is not in the Bible, sir. Nowhere in the Bible is anything about weave and lace. The fact that you even said that, I'm offended. You shouldn't be coming up here playing with me like that. That's not in there. You think I had time to put in there? Oh, by the way, this don't exist yet, but don't wear no lace fronts. Like, stop playing with God. It didn't say don't play with this word unless you really want to. You getting condemned right now. You getting judged, Robzilla, because you wanted to play with the word of God. It don't say nothing about anything about no goddamn on lace. That wasn't even a thing then. It wasn't a thing. You don't know what you're saying, and that's why you sitting right there like a Pharisee. You didn't quote anything about when every woman be subject to her husband and him alone. If her husband told her to wear a dang on circus tent and ride in on an elephant, then that's what she would have been doing. She would have been in line with her husband. Then what? What y'all have said. Like, you want to keep on playing with the woman, and hence the Wrath of Woman series is going to get y'all going to get messed up. You've been playing with us for a long time now. Now I'm about to go edit this video. But you've been playing for some time and we're not having it. You're lucky I don't have that graphic in here, but you're gonna find I have to come back and upload it. I need to go upload the Wrath of Woman. Y'all are going to be experiencing some things in the near future that aren't going to be comfortable for the men, because y'all been doing this for too long. And any woman that's coming in calling that woman Jezebel, all type of stuff, when her conduct, Candy, not only was the dress is pretty, but her conduct has been pretty also, Candy girl. Yes, ma'am, Candy Cane. Like her conduct has been pretty. In public, she's becoming. She's not loud nor boisterous. She's not whorish. She doesn't even have any children. Never been married. Has carried herself thus like a lady for all 47 years of her life. Walks into her first marriage as a newlywed. And if she want to stun out with her husband and flex on him, then she so shall she. There's no judgment there for her. She didn't leave the NAACP award and go into a dang orgy. She went home with the husband who bought the dress for her. You people are weird out here. Y'all are weird, and I can't wait till the day comes and I'm be sitting front row looking at all you eat every word that you have tried to put on other people to make you feel better or hide what it is that y'all really doing. That is far worse than a questionable dress that really no one's really questioning except for the people who doing the most. We know how this works. Typical Pharisee. What did he say? What did Jesus say about you Pharisees who judge the others while the whole time you swallowing a camel? Let me go find that proverb. You swallow what he said. You swallowing a camel, pointing over there when you over here trying to swallow a camel. Meaning you're choking on something so big in your own throat, but you pointing over there for them to look the other way because you're swallowing sin so big you can't even get it down. I'll find it. Well, it's not an if he told her to wear that. He did tell her to wear that. And it's not your business. You should be concerned about your own wife. You have no authority over her. You have no authority over another man's wife. Mind your business. Mind yours. The beautiful one in the background that was co-signing whatever fuckery you were trying to let her co-sign. But, truthfully, she couldn't hear me. She had to talk through you. You do that. Because she doesn't have a voice, clearly. You one of those type, right? You don't talk unless I ask you a question. Don't come right. Don't come through here stumping. Anyway, y'all. So I think those that judge like that, like I said, that same verse about how a woman should be dressed, we got plenty for men. I wasn't even gonna pull them out on you. Starting with your hair. The costly apparel applies to you too. Loving your wife like Christ loved the church. Well, we know you're not doing that because you don't even love the church. So I guess that's out the window. not being boisterous to her, hurtful, not to be a striker. Well, we know the women beaters ain't doing that. You know, the way y'all come out here on these panels, I'm pretty sure some people taking a couple of licks when they get off. We seen the type get off of these panels and go beat they got dang on kids and wives. We know. Don't get me to start telling those stories that some people tried to bury over there in a place called the Manosphere. You know, I didn't want to be the one to bring it up, but I remember that story. Somebody's moderator killed his wife and her daughter. Y'all don't want me to bring that up though. Y'all wanted to bury that, but I have no problem digging that up. Let me go find that story. Y'all asked me to be quiet then because I ain't knew no more. What happened with that man? He should still be doing time, right? Whose moderator was that? Got off the dang on live and killed the wife and her child. I ain't forget. Put that on the thumbnail. Now I've been up here 2 hours and 32 goddamn on minutes. I've enjoyed the conversation. I didn't come here to preach to the people. I said what I said. That is her husband. He is her wife. You like to me, she following the rules. He said, baby, I want you in this tonight. You're going to be my Beyonce tonight, and I'm going to be your Jay-Z. We're going to get married differently. Let's do it this way. Okay. Let's get Gucci down. You're going to accept the award in the dress I picked out. I like this on you. Yes, sir, husband. All I see is her being obedient to her husband. I just don't get what's the problem. So y'all can take that, miss us, and all the other women, all you women, miss us with that Jezebel spirit, because that ain't what Jezebel was doing. Jezebel was not accepting awards at the NAACP, where I'm pretty sure she wrote a check of a significant amount in the name of her husband and his ministry. That ain't what Jezebel was doing. She was doing a lot of demonic activity and a lot of fornicating and some other stuff that I don't even want to speak about. That's why she got left for dead in the middle of the road and ate up by the birds and the vultures and dogs. Yeah. So you shouldn't be using words to compare the story. Like, choose wisely. I didn't know that ain't giving Jezebel it. I don't see a bed there. I don't see fornicating with demons. I don't see kings coming in and all type of unspeakable acts going on. I see a woman in a pretty, giving a little with a dress that her husband picked out and bought and liked her in, a newlywed at that. Yeah, I do know newlyweds move a little different. Newlyweds are still, they into each other. Newlyweds still are drawn to each other intimately. Unlike some of you and us old heads who've been doing this for so long, we don't even think like that no more. These are newlyweds. They've been married a year. Heck, I don't even know what that feel like. I don't remember. I can't remember what it felt like. You want to see me in this? Okay, let me come out. Well, I don't forgot. I don't remember what that feel like. This is newlywed. It's giving newlywed energy. It's I am going to celebrate the whole newlywed of it. He saw his woman. He saw that dress and he wanted her in it. I get it. And wasn't nothing that diabolical. It wasn't diabolical. It wasn't whorish. It wasn't Jezebel. It wasn't any of that. Y'all tried to make it that. I mean, if it had been me, yeah. Okay, babe, let me make sure can I pull it off? Like okay. You want me? It's what you want me in, I'll wear it. But week after week, she's seen wearing other stuff. Dang. Can let her live? But like I said, until I see people start, you want to follow that verse and use modesty to fit your way to shame a woman, well, make sure you follow all the rest of it too. Everybody take off the diamonds, the gold, the pearls, the jewelry, the braids in your hair, everything and anything. You can't even, your face can't be seen. When somebody walk up, you're supposed to take your hair and flip it over your face because another man can't look at another man. Please, ain't nobody doing that. So just stop it. I haven't seen one person ever, uh, one man ever and his wife was there, and someone started talking, or another man was in the room. He made her turn around and cover her face. Ain't no one's done that. No one. Who has done that? Nobody. Like y'all. Are you kidding me? No one does that. You're ridiculous. So yeah, and you're definitely not following the rules of men. I'm just not giving it to you like that because I didn't come here to do that. I didn't. So please, if you haven't liked the video on your way out, uh, Dr. Karri, girl, Sarah, I don't let these people get to you. I know you a big girl, just you are an older woman. You done made it this far, and you don't got kids to have to worry about, honey. And you got to figure that many of us said that waist is snatched, and we would trade places in a heartbeat to get that snatched waist back. But you know, sometimes 3 children later, it just don't work like that. But being that Dr. Karri Turner Bryant has not had to have any children, and she can pull that stuff out, girl. So you fine, honey. Your conduct is becoming. It has been ladylike. You have done. You do such good deeds. We see your works. We see it. We see your spirit. We see your shop and your clothing line that you yourself sold. It is appropriate clothing that any woman that will want to wear of some type of substance. We see you. We know. This is love from us to you. You have nothing to be ashamed about. You flexed for your husband. That's what he wanted. You gave it to him, girl. That's you following the rules. To be quite honest, more better than some of them. I wonder how many of those same people judging actually are wearing what their husband picked out for them to wear. Are there men out here like I want to see some men come up and hit the link to say I lay out my wife's clothes every day? Right, because you don't. You also don't buy everything. Now it's a couple. I do know some weirdos. I think the wife got a down to the last 50 cents on the if it's a couple weirdos who take stuff who've taken these scriptures too far. Y'all got to understand error is when you take it too far one way and too far the other way, and it's not balanced. You're in error. I do know some weirdos, and nobody hangs out with them. We don't go to their houses. We don't call them because that man be trying to judge everybody else's wife, and while his wife's sitting over there looking like she in a Great Depression. I do know 1 or 2 people like that. We don't call. She on her own, baby. We can't help you. Your husband got you in a Great Depression. We over here. He trying to tell everybody to take their earrings out when they come in his house, sir. Are you out your mind? We're not doing that. We just won't come over here no damn more. It's some weirdos who take this word, who take this good book, and take that word and use it to control, manipulate, dominate, subjugate, and abuse women. Because I don't know how much more abusive that, like, take them snatching earrings out people's ears. Okay, now you okay. I don't think I'm pretty sure that's not the will of God. That's like violence. Okay, who put so much fear into a woman, like she literally sitting over there on panels preaching that the woman is Satan. Okay. They want us to be everything bad, evil, and crude, and all the sin, all the devilness, all the wickedness. They want us to take all that accountability. And I'm here to tell you today, nope. Throw it back at you. You can keep it. I don't want it. I'm not carrying it. I'm not carrying your sin or your bad decision making. I got my own stuff to carry. Carry your own. Okay, so you all make sure you tune in for the next. We will be coming back with the Wrath of Woman. We are not done. I need to get out of this shirt and change. We're going to be going live tonight. I hope Trinity comes back. Shout out to Trinity Time Travel. She is working. She is doing some amazing things. And baby, she did something last night that was so bomb. She caught something in Genesis. I didn't expect Trinity to catch it, but she caught it. And Trinity is interested in converting over. So we making moves over here The Wiccans are saying, okay, that was all cute and all, but what's up with this God y'all talking about? Yeah. And we ain't coming to them saying, but are you modest enough? What your clothes look like? See, that's why don't nobody want to walk this walk, because people like Zillionaire and the men in the manosphere. You come to me, you want to read in the beginning, girl, I don't care what you got on. We can read in the beginning with a sheet around your body. Let's go. In the beginning. No one does. Okay, before we do this, can you go and put on a turtleneck? 4 stripes of deodorant. Make sure your socks come up to your knees and you don't have on any pants, right? Because it says women can't wear pants. Make sure you got on a skirt that comes all the way down to your heel. No one really, we ain't got time for that. You want this word, girl, come as you, and then it says what? Come as you are, honey, come here. If you're naked, we can get it in. You can get to the Lord today. Get on your way. Dang on it. Now y'all got me feeling some type of way. Your Pharisee self. Now, shout out to Trinity Time Travels, who is being wakened up and said, okay, you know what? I need more than what I've been getting. And open up on her own. Yeah. My best advice for her is to keep doing what she's doing and study with women that are not here to judge you. We're not interested in judging, honey. We're trying to keep our own selves together. We are here to guide you. I am not a minister. I don't do ministry. I'm not a prophet, no prophetess. I ain't nothing left to prophesize that hadn't already been. Okay? I am not a dang on priest. I'm not here to judge you, but I am here to guide you. All right, I will guide you, and I will do it correctly and in order. So now that we have said that, I don't really have much else to say. We're just going to go ahead and take it on up out of here, you guys. I appreciate you. Please, please, please hit the like for me. I appreciate it. And you know what? Tune in for the Wrath of Woman series. It is going to be really good. Again, shout out to our Sarah, Dr. Karri Turner. Okay, shout out to you for doing what it is that you need to do. We have you. The sisterhood is not dead. And shout out to her for doing all the wonderful things that she has done in her works. Okay, they show themselves and they are approved in my book. So I don't know what you all talking about. You might want to go get some of what she got, because she's doing it and she's doing it well.